I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's WMD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here at episode 173 of our Fire Emblem Three Houses Let's Play. And guys, if you missed last episode, we did some auxiliary battles, the battle in the forest, and today we're going to watch through all these support cutscenes. I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to being done. I'll have to check, obviously, them off my list once we go through these. And then we can focus on just finishing the story and starting a new game once we're done, which we're going to start with Edelgard next because that was suggested by Sunkey Avot, so we'll definitely do Edelgard next. And let me see here. Got my checklist open, perfect. So let's kick things off here with Raphael and Flame, so I'll finish them off. Ah, her roaring right off the bat. You love to see it. Alright, Flame and Raphael. Okay.
Nice work. Here you go. Drink up.
Oh, thank you. This water tastes absolutely divine.
Your shouts are really coming from the gut now. I bet you're getting stronger too.
I'm not so sure I'm stronger, but somehow when I shout, I'm able to move more books than normal. Although my brother becomes very anxious anytime he hears me shouting. I do suppose my body feels a bit sturdier now, though. I'm so very grateful to you, Raphael.
Oh no, thank you. I'm just happy to have someone to shout with.
But doesn't all this shouting keep you from your precious workout regimen?
Nah, don't worry about that. I think I'm in better shape now than I was before. My muscles work overtime when they hear you shouting so close to me.
Isn't that wonderful? Come along, Raphael's muscles. We can do this. It is my wish that someday I'll be able to lift a log all on my own with these arms of mine.
I'm sure they will. I used to think you were a lost cause, but look at you now. If you really want to get there, you got to start training your muscles when we shout, all right? You've already got big brains. But if we can get you big muscles too, you're gonna be invincible.
Invincible? I like the sound of that.
Alright. Lovely. Alright, so Ignatz and Flame. Let me cross them off.
Flame! Excuse me, quick question. Can I paint you?
I knew this was coming.
Oh, hello, Ignatz. What an unexpected surprise.
So Ignatz should be done. We'll double check after this.
I'd like to paint your portrait, Flame. For some reason, whenever I try to visualize Saint Sethlene, I think of you.
Interesting.
No wonder I've repeatedly felt someone's eyes boring holes into the back of my head lately. You're quite lucky my brother hasn't noticed. It would be wise to back away from me before he does. Although, I shall agree to your request, on the understanding that you paint me to be more illustrious than Saint Sethlene.
More illustrious than the statue? Surely you mean as illustrious.
Am I not the more illustrious? The more breathtaking?
Well, true, you are a sight to behold. Though I'm not sure about the competitive tenor of that question. I'd expect you, as an admirer of Saint Sethlene, to speak more admiringly?
An admirer, You say such funny things. Now then, would you like me to pose? Oh, I have many ideas up my sleeve.
A pose? No need. You can just sit down.
Are you certain about that? It sounds rather dull. How long will it take you?
A few days, I imagine. But that's okay. You can just come by whenever you have time. Oh, and if you don't mind, could you tell me some more stories about her? The stories you tell about Saint Sethlene are so much more vivid than the other legends I've heard. She seems so impressive, so fierce. I can't help but admire her too.
Actually, I have changed my mind. No longer do you need to paint me as illustrious. Instead, paint me as fierce.
Sure, I guess. I think cute might suit you a little better, though.
Did you not just say that Saint Sethlene had an impressive and fierce way about her? Well, if that is the case, then I too would like to look fierce. You're welcome to paint me repeatedly until you get the expressiveness just right. Rather, you must paint me repeatedly until I am satisfied with the outcome.
I'm not sure I can ever produce a painting that completely satisfies you, but I'll try. I said I would, and I will not go back on my word, even if this painting takes me months. That wouldn't be a problem, would it?
Not at all. We're friends, aren't we? I am
Friends.
happy to help with a
Yikes.
friend's request, even if it takes centuries to complete.
Thank you for that. Though I hope it doesn't take quite that long.
Alright, so they're done. So let me quickly look at Ignatz. Yep, he's completely done. Perfect. Lysithea and Cyril and Hahnemann. Okay, so we'll go Hahnemann first.
Did you want something, Professor Hanneman?
Alright.
Ah, Lysithea. Thank you for coming. First, I ask that you allow me to apologize. I fear I hurt you with my insensitive words. I have failed you, not as a researcher, but as a human being.
I'm the one who should apologize. I'm sorry for being rude to you. Anyway, I'll keep going along with your research. I have to be on my way now.
Please, Lysithea, a moment more. I did not call you here simply to apologize. I told you once that you were an exquisite subject for my crest research. Why? Because there are no records of any other person ever having borne two crests.
Correct.
We cannot say anything for certain about the makeup of your body. Therefore, it seems hasty to conclude that overcoming your shortened lifespan is an impossible feat.
What is it you're implying?
Lysithea, what is my field of study?
Crestology, of course.
Indeed, and the goal of my field is to unravel every single mystery crests might conceal. Someday, I even hope to devise a means to bestow a crest upon any who desires one.
That's interesting. Don't know if I like that. I guess that's just the curse of technology, right?
Why would you want to do such a thing?
Because I despise this world in which the presence or absence of a crest can determine a person's worth.
I get that, but you can't just like have everybody have a crest. The world would like go insane.
However, if artificially implanting a crest causes too great a toll on the subject, it would be useless.
Not to mention, then comes the problem, like, it's never going to change, right? Because then you'll have, oh, well, you were artificially given a crest. We're still better because we were born with it. It's not going to solve that problem.
As such, reducing the strain of crests on the human body is one of my research goals. Understanding how to implant a crest might also lead to the knowledge of how to remove them. Yes?
Do you think removing a crest could mean that they won't suffer from its effects any longer?
What I am trying to tell you is, the question of whether your lifespan can be restored is entirely within the scope of my research.
Could you really do that?
It is difficult to say for sure, but as long as the possibility exists, I will continue to seek it. Lysithea, let me ask you once more. Will you assist me in my research?
Professor Hanneman, I think I'm the one who should be asking for your help, really. Anyway, I'm sick of a crest determining a person's worth, too.
Ah, is that right? Perhaps you would even like to begin studying crestology yourself. I think you would make a fantastic apprentice. A life devoted to research is a noble life, you know.
If you do manage to restore my lifespan, I'd certainly think about it.
I will hold you to those words. I see a fine future ahead of us.
That's nice. Alright, Lysithea and Cyril.
I did it! I did it! Okay, so next up is...
What's this letter all about? Doesn't appear to have a sender written anywhere. This handwriting is so sloppy. Wow. Dear Lysithea, I read the book you gave me. This must be from Cyril. He's learning so quickly. It was hard and it got more easy. More I tried it and it was fun and I learned new stuff. That's the spirit. Thanks you for helping me to read and to write. You are so welcome. Some things are hard to say and easy to write. I know just what you mean. I want to read more and learn writing better. You're already doing so well with this. I can see how hard you're working. I am glad you are my friend. It makes me bappy.
Bappy. That's nice.
Hey, Lysithea! Last night I finished reading the book you lent me. I wanted to tell you right away, but it was late, so I tried to write a letter. Lysithea?
Cyril, you sweet little...
Did I do something wrong? I don't know what you're trying to say.
Some feelings can't be verbalized or put into writing. Just... Look, it's just that...
I'm sorry. I really don't know what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is... I'm bappy too.
Bappy?
Let's keep studying and spending time together, okay?
Oh, I get you now. That sounds great, Lysithea.
He's a little oblivious, but it was a nice little cutscene there. I like that. Alright, so Lysithea is also done with everyone but Balthus. For some reason I never crossed off Raphael, that's why I needed to double check. And let me look at Raphael as well. So Raphael's done. Excellent. Marianne, just double checking. I know she's done. Lorenz is also done. Claude, done. Okay. So Hilda and Sedith. So they got one more to go.
Hello, Hilda.
Oh, Sedith, good day.
Is it?
Did I do something wrong?
Not to my knowledge. But I cannot help but notice that you no longer shy away when I speak to you.
You noticed that, huh? When you stare at me, I feel like you're peering into my soul.
And that no longer bothers you? Does that mean your conscience is finally clear?
Nah, I got used to it. I know you're not scary.
That's unfortunate. You really should do something to correct your lazy behavior.
Maybe that's true. I wouldn't want to be like the fox, forced to wander in the snow all winter.
I'm pleased to see you grasped the moral of the story.
Don't you think the squirrel was a little cold-hearted, though? He seems not to care about what happens to his friend, as long as he himself is happy.
You know, that is a valid point. I have no wish to encourage that attitude in children. Perhaps if the fox only survives thanks to the squirrel kindly sharing some of his acorns. How does that sound to you?
I like it okay. I'm sure the kids will admire that nice, compassionate squirrel.
Thank you for your insight. As it happens, I have some other stories that I wrote for Flame. Would you like to hear them?
You should make a book out of them. It's a shame that only Flane and I get to enjoy them.
What a fine idea. I will begin immediately, though I feel such a book requires illustrations, and I have no artistic talent. Would you lend me a hand?
I think Ignatz might be a better choice.
I was thinking the same thing.
I can probably manage. Not like they need to be terribly fancy.
I could use some more of your wisdom with regard to the content of the stories also.
That sounds like a pain, but I'm invested in this now. Let's do it!
Excellent! That's wonderful to hear. Let us produce the very best book we can, for the children's sake.
For the children.
He looks so excited. I can't help but lend a hand.
Alright, so Hilda, Sedith one more. Leonie. And Sedith.
Today was a great
day for fishing, wasn't it?
It was, though I did lose to you in numbers.
You won on size, though. Some of these fish are huge. And it was you who caught this beauty.
It is a lovely specimen. The fins are rather like wings, and the scales are reminiscent of a lustrous rainbow. But I have heard this type of fish does not taste good.
It's a little bland, but it's not bad. You just need to fry it in oil to bring the flavor out. There are lots of little bones, too, so you need to be careful eating it.
You truly are an expert, Leone. I would be delighted if you would cook for us again.
Happily. You know, once this war's over, I'll be able to make even more elaborate dishes. I'm sure none of it will compare to your wife's cooking, though.
Entirely different styles. I very much look forward to seeing what you come up with.
He's married.
Another reason to end this war swiftly.
I didn't know he was married.
I'm flattered, but that doesn't seem like a good motivation to fight.
On the contrary, it is better than the usual reasons. In the heat of battle, it is little details like a friend's cooking that I reach for to find my courage.
I have to say, I didn't expect that from you. You're always so serious. But I really value our fishing time, too. With all the chaos, it's great to have a way to relax.
I hope there will come a time when we can fish like this without worry, to our heart's content.
Hope's not enough. We need to build that future with our own hands.
Agreed. But even after that is done, you had better not rest idle. I've grown quite fond of your cooking.
Don't worry. There's plenty more where that came from. Speaking of, time to handle today's haul.
Let me lend you a hand.
How nice. Now we found out that Sedith is married. Alright, Leone and Alois. So Leone should be done.
That's it. I'm going to be a great mercenary just like Captain Gerald.
Ha! You skipped right to the conclusion. That's exactly what Gerald would do. That might not
Whoops.
be the finest trait of his to emulate. In the end, it comes down to combat skill.
I know, I picked that up from him too, okay.
Regardless, I'm happy to hear you say all this.
Trying to find Alois. There he is.
Why's that?
I'd strive to become a knight at the level of Captain Gerald, but I'm an old man. I've come to accept that I will never be his match.
No, don't say that. You can't give up.
No, it's quite all right. I know myself and what I'm capable of. But you're still young. Youth is a weapon of the utmost power. Infinite possibility. We are both inspired by Captain Gerald. So I hereby bequeath to you my lofty ambitions.
That's... wow. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
No need to cry, Leone. I'm relieved. My dream is in good hands with you. Captain Gerald is looking down proudly on you, I'm sure. Will you carry on his legacy?
Of course I will. Definitely.
Leone, do you remember the story I told you once about what happened at the inn?
The hatchet throwing? Sure, I remember. Why?
Gerald ran up quite a tab with all his drinking, and he left without pay.
Oh no.
Now his debt is due, and as you have declared that you'll carry on his
Alois, you absolute dickhead.
You see where I'm going with this.
Wait, what? That's got nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with me either. I don't drink. Even so, all this time, I've been paying it back little by little. And it's not just that one place. He owes money in towns all over Fodlan. I haven't been able to step into a tavern anywhere without being badgered for payment. Ugh, so exhausting. But now, I can say that the debts are for you to cover. You're still young, so I'm sure you'll manage in time. Thank you, Leone.
Hold on, that's a joke, right? Hey, get back here! Take your lofty ambitions back! I don't want your stupid debts!
That's rough. You hate to see it. Alright, so Felix. He's done with the people we need to be done with. We'll deal with him later. Sylvain. Same thing. Sedith. So him and Flayn. Again, we'll be able to get them again, I think, in a different story. I assume so. So I'm not super worried about getting them done right away.
Brother!
Let me mark them down though.
Flame, is something the matter?
I thought I made it clear that I do not want you meddling in the affairs of me and my friends.
I am not quite sure what you are referring to, but I promise you I would never try to stand in your way.
It has come to my attention that you have been running about asking people what they think of me. Asking everyone.
Well, of course I have. It took me quite some time. But for you, it was well worth the effort. I was able to confirm that you are getting along well with everyone. It was very reassuring.
I cannot emphasize enough how embarrassed I was when I found out. And you have caused such a stir for those whom you questioned. Why, one person even said he feared
Oh my
for
God.
his life when you cornered him in the dining hall.
The dining hall? Ah, I know the fellow you are referring to. Yes, I've seen the way he looks at you. I recognized in an instant that he had impure feelings for you. As your brother, I took it upon myself to test his resolve. I merely asked him if he was prepared to lay his life on the line for my beloved sister.
He is nothing more than a friend. Kindly keep out of my social business in the future.
I am happy to see that you are making friends, but you should weigh your options more carefully.
Who I befriend is absolutely none of your business. Do you know what they call people like you? Overprotective meddlers. I am no longer
Not an
a child.
overprotective meddler.
Are you incapable of trusting me, even a little?
Of course I trust you, but as an elder brother, I have a certain responsibility.
As my brother?
Obviously.
Oh, never mind it. If you'll excuse me.
Alright, we're actually almost done, okay. Catherine and Shamir. So this actually takes care of both of them. Unless Shamir has... Well, she shouldn't because... Yeah. And she's not quite done. I need her and Cyril. Her and Eloise, I guess I'm not super worried about that. Catherine is done with everyone that's important as well. Cyril, same thing. So really, I think we're done with all the important ones, with the exception of Sedith and Hilda, Balthus and Lysithea. Those are the only two I've really got to be, I feel like, concerned about. Alright, so we'll go Catherine and Shamir.
You're safe. I'm so relieved. I was just on a mission. What's gotten into you? I'm sorry. I've been thinking about the last time we talked. About our paths diverging. I've been a little afraid since then. Afraid that you might quit the Knights.
The terrible Thunder Catherine.
Afraid?
I thought you weren't afraid of anything.
I kinda thought so too. I realized that I might actually lose you someday, and that's
Aww.
scarier than I expected. I've never felt this way about anyone other than Lady Rhea.
You seem very passionate about this.
I guess so. I have many brothers and sisters in arms, but you're my only partner. I know you have my back, so I can focus on the battle in front of me.
I see. Catherine, I have to tell you something. I lost my first partner.
Aw, that's sad.
Which is why I can make no guarantees that this will last forever. But I want you to know, there's no one I would rather have at my side. I could never sever my bond with you. If there ever comes a day when our paths do diverge, know that I'll always be with you.
Thank you. I lost someone too. I thought we'd be together forever, but our lives went in different directions. Relationships are so fragile.
Of course. But that's enough of that. I can't stand any more of your vulnerable side.
Ah, sorry, partner. Hope I didn't worry you. I lost hold of myself there.
No need to apologize. It's what partners are for. If you'd like, we can start planning our next move.
Next move? What do you mean?
We can wed if you're that worried about losing me. Though, I may tire of your company. You look a bit red. What's the matter, partner?
That was just unexpected. If you'll excuse me, I need some fresh air.
Need some fresh air. She didn't say yes or no. I always liked their relationship so far. Alright, so that's all the supports. Where are we at on time? 25 minutes. Honestly, pretty solid timing there. So, next episode we'll start doing some auxiliary battles. We're just going to do auxiliary battles for the rest of the month. I'm going to try to get as much support done as possible. As I mentioned, there's really only two sets that I'm really worried about. And that was Lysithea and Balthus. And Hilda and Seteth. Although, while we're at it, we might as well do some of these other ones. Like, maybe we can get Seteth done with Flame. Right? Maybe we can get Felix and Flame or something. I mean, there's... Excuse me, some possibilities here. Maybe we get Cyril and Shamir done. But yeah, those are the important ones, really. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the last month, but if it's not, we'll just keep doing some auxiliary battles, probably just get some levels and get ready for the final battle, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure this is the last one, though. And then we'll start the new story. Like I said, we're going to be doing Edelgard's story next, so look forward to that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I am the Maverick Daniels, bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bang!